Welcome to the Patriot Hour. It's April 9th, 2018. Got Scott, Nate in the studio. We got a little special thank you here to do, so stick around. We'll get right into it.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
It is a good morning.
I think it's the last day of winter.
I
This
hope.
might be the last snowfall we actually get.
Spring breaks
We'll see.
over, but it's snowing.
Yeah. It's probably going to be one of them years that go right from winter to 98 degrees and humidity. So this morning we're thanking everybody.
Yes.
Wow, what an accomplishment this weekend. It wasn't that long ago. You and I had a dream, a vision, and
We're doing it now.
man, it went from 10, 20, 15, whatever number, first couple of days, subscribers. It was mainly friends and family that appreciated everything we were doing. Folks, today, as of right now, sitting here, I'm looking at a 10,877 subscribers. So thank you. You rang the bell, you subscribed. You didn't have to, but you chose to. The feedback's been great. I'm taken aback a little bit. I know the excitement level for you. We text all the time. This is amazing. This was supposed to be a hobby, but we were passionate, and then it just kind of took its own shape, its own form.
Yeah, I'm still blown away. I agree. I had a lot of pictures from 0 subscribers up to 1,000. It just seemed it took a little over a month, or just at a month. But I didn't have a lot of pictures from the 1,000 to 10 because it just
over. Yeah,
it was like I got at 1,000, maybe 2,000, and then the next I blinked and it was 9,000.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa.
Nate was making a good point. The more people we reach, obviously, it's the old domino effect. One person turns to 2, and 2 to 4, 4 to 8, and then it just
huge.
and that's probably why we lost track. I mean, we didn't when we were texting back and forth at night, or before we would do a show or something. It's like, oh my God, now we're at 4,000, and then 5,000, and 7,000, and here we are. We're going to go to bed. Last night we went to bed, and it was just over 10,000, and we're approaching 11,000 already. So
1,000 in like 12 hours.
apparently there's some like-minded people out there that are agreeing with us, a few that don't, and they're welcome to. I enjoy that as
We
well.
need it all. That's
We don't always need the pat on the back of that a boy. Sometimes we like the those types that want to argue and debate, and God bless you for doing that, because it challenges us.
It's fun. Come up with your reason why you don't like it. Prove it. Come with some facts. Come back at them. Have a nice debate, not heated. Nice debate, and everybody can discuss everything.
Yeah, but please don't jump. Oh, we don't like you guys. Well, cool. If that's the basis of your opinion, now you can move on. But I would challenge you to explain why maybe you don't like us.
I always try to keep in mind, we don't know who we're dealing with. I mean, this is worldwide. It might be literally sometimes a 7 or 8 year old that just stumbles across.
It's like playing Call of Duty. That one kid just keeps annoying. He's better than you, and you just can't stand it.
Yeah. Or it's, high school. You got just somebody that they're going to come in and it's like, man, he's got a lot of likes. These guys, it's a great show. And I'm just going to put something that just goes against the flow of all the comments. And you're going to get it every time. So we appreciate it.
Doesn't bother anybody.
Nope, it does not. We live for that.
Controversy is okay with the old adage, bad publicity is good publicity. So, but I without really doing the math and going through each one, I think 99% of the people are coming back with really complimentary comments. Some of them, even the likers and the subscribers, are saying, I've been called out a few times. I know you got called out. So we're always trying to change. We do read these things, and I've been getting better at replying at some of them, but it's okay. I mean, it is okay. We do like some feedback.
Yeah, and I'm scanning right now through some just messages here. If you want to read any, let me know. Here we go. Bravo, Michael. I always say, if it doesn't feel right in your heart and soul, it isn't. I think you're right in doing what feels right to you. That is why you have gained so many viewers. We can feel the compassion, honesty, and your emotion, and that is what it makes it right. I am sure that in your service, you have learned when, why, and what is needed to know at the right time. Everything is right. Your information, compassion, calmness, music, even Grover.
Dude,
Love and light.
Yeah, the letter Q. I thought, and I read one earlier where somebody was saying they absolutely love the intros because you're always trying to put a little bit different. It's not the same stale. I mean, I still love the Hogan intro.
Yes, and
one,
we got that, and we'll continue to use that.
We're going to use that one a lot of the time, a majority of the time, but majority might only mean 52% of the time because Mike's creativity it adds a little bit of flavor. We don't want to be stale.
Yes, exactly. And I've done another one, and then I like the other one better. So again, we love the feedback, and we keep it all in mind.
Look at this one, Betsy Ross. If you can just scroll, she's the there you go. So she says, did a little research and talked to a friend from over near Syria. The people were gassed. Here she is talking about the gassing over in Syria. But what blows my mind, and thank God for technology, because it is so amazing that now, not necessarily are we in contact with Syria, but our listeners, and now we're getting feedback. This isn't just our local Indiana area. I guess I let the cat out the bag, but I'm sure everybody knows that we're from northern Indiana. But it is so powerful, and this is why I think the internet is a good tool. We get to do stuff like this. I know the internet gets used for a lot of bad things, but here we are all starting to find out that we have a lot in common. We get a lot of comments from people. Thank you for doing the show. We thought we were all alone. I subscribe to a lot of other channels, and I'm starting to get away from them and come to you guys. And that's heartwarming. We can't do this. I mean, we're going to do it if we only had one follower because we don't want to do it out in public anymore. Too many times we've been told that our local legions are out in public. We're not here to talk politics. Well, we are.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is.
Here to spread the truth.
Yeah, I can't say thank you enough to everybody. It's just powerful to know, that, Mike, that we start talking about this late September, October, and we dropped the ball. We were, I think, just wishful thinker, hopeful thinker. But back then, could you imagine?
Oh man,
10,000.
I remember maybe even like a year ago. Back it up a little bit. You were busy. We finally got back in touch after a little year hiatus. But you and the old lady came over, and you guys saw this room. I was like, I got this idea, but it was just a complete disaster, and here's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing built. So it was a huge process that we both had a fire that got lit. Here we are.
I've never met anybody. When I met Mike, it was, it's without being weird. I mean, we're grown men. Life's about relationships anyway. I had a pastor say that once, and I remember thinking, man, if somebody told me that at 12, I'd be like, hee, that's weird. You know what? Life is about relationships, and I got one of my best friends of all time sitting next to me here. And when I met Mike several years ago, I knew right away that, oh my God, him and I are going to do something together. I didn't know what it was, but you just don't click with that many people. As we get older, you start usually losing friendships. But I knew back then that there was going to be something that was going to happen. I had no idea it was going to be this.
Me neither.
So again, on that point, it's not just 2 or 3 of us sitting here that are like-minded. There's 10,000, almost 11,000 and growing. And it's just, it makes me excited every day I come in here and do this with you. That, I thought we would touch a few people.
That's all we wanted to do, right?
We have no admirations of being the Alex Joneses of the world, but hold that thought, or as the young ones say, or the millennials, and even me, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's 707,000 views. I mean,
I didn't think people cared that much.
No.
It's refreshing to know that other people care about the Constitution and where we stand and the fear of where we could be if we don't unite. So you're going to hear me say it over and over in the next couple of minutes. I thought we were going to say 10 or 15-minute thank you. So I think this is probably the 5th or 6th time. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, this is just great.
We appreciate it all. We did talk about that, just sitting down at the Legions or Garage Talk. There's been times I'll talk for an hour and I only got 2 people engaging, and it's like, if I can get on here and have 2, 3, so our first video is 30 people watched it. Oh my God, that is huge. I don't even know 30 people that would stand in front of me and listen for 5 minutes. So
usually they walk away after the first 2 minutes. Maybe that's because of our surroundings. So I mean, this is an outlet for us to voice our opinions. Lots of opinions. We try to do some research. I know the QNAN is just crazy, and from my point of view, you're doing a better job than most trying to explain it. but we can't talk like this out in the public. But most people don't know. The older guys don't Google, so they don't YouTube. I've reached a couple of veterans down at the Legion. They're like, oh my God, I showed them on their phone how they could subscribe and watch. And it's working. A couple of them actually are starting to tune in, and they're like, man, I wished I had that back in the day, you know, or you know, they want to talk about being a guest, and we're trying to convince them that it's okay. You don't have to be nervous. Hell, I'm nervous right now. You know.
And you're right. I took it for granted. I had on one of the videos maybe a week ago, somebody commented, wow, all you do is read them. There is sometimes I just jump on, like I'm out letting the dog out, and then I'm like, oh, an update happened. Let me run up and just read them. And sometimes there's very little of my own feedback or opinion or anything because they just came out. But I guess that's
tough.
important to people.
It's tough for
some
you.
people don't have a phone. I assume like, oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, you must have a phone, a tablet, something. But not everybody does. Some people have probably never been down in the description box under because your TV don't really allow that.
Some people don't know how to think about. I mean, they don't know how to go find an answer. I mean, a lot of times they know what they want to find. They just finding an answer, like especially in my business, it's sometimes finding the answer is more valuable than knowing how to do something. Yeah. And there's a lot of times I watch your segments, the QNAN segments, and that's a great spin of the Patriot Hour. I love it to death. But there's a lot of people that come in going, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know how to read that. I didn't know in the beginning. And you're still so far out in front of me. But I sit there sometimes watching it go, I feel bad for Mike because he's in the studio by himself. And there's nothing worse than being alone trying to do a show like this. So well done. I mean, you're doing a fabulous job. I couldn't imagine sitting here by myself.
You did a great job explaining what all those posts mean.
And that's it.
I have a hard time, too.
If we are molding, if everything Q's saying is true, MSN's dead the old way. And I know people are now sitting on their couch tuning into our show very similarly to how they probably used to do it for CNN.
Sure.
And they're wanting what they used to get. Now, if this is the new era, a new age, and we're the new things to provide, maybe the new way is, I'm going to read something that's out there. That's a fact. Me reading it is a second fact. But maybe you're not going to get all my... Do you really want just all my opinion? That's how it always was.
Yeah.
Maybe the new way is, here's the information, here's this. Let's all look into it together.
From different sources all the time.
And then they feed back.
Yeah,
this is the new, this could be the new way. And that makes everybody involved. Not just sit here, give me what I need, let me eat it. Because that's what was going on before, and you got duped.
Right. There was a time, and I don't remember where we heard this from or where I heard this from, but there was it was the one, not Jeff Daniels. Was it Jeff Daniels where he did a skit? It was on a HBO show or whatever.
Dumb and Dumber?
There was he was a news anchor, you know, and he was almost portrayed like he was working for a Fox News or something. But the words that he used, there was a time that we were led and informed by men that were revered.
That was a good movie.
You know,
yes.
In the 40s, 50s, 60s, when Walter Cronkites of the world don't exist anymore. You know, I'm not saying that Fox does a better job, but I certainly do get tired of agendas. Liberal. Every time you turn a channel, it's Trump's this, Trump's negative. So we're going to get into that in the show, but I know this is about thank you, but this is what we're trying to do, and I think you're absolutely right. There was a time that I said Facebook's bad. You know, kids are learning how to be insociable because they don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
But here's one of those good situations where we get open debates, we get conversations, you know, we get comments back, you know, hey, how about you guys read this? Or here's a graph, here's an article.
I talked to my friend in Syria, you know, I mean.
I'm getting more out of this show than going down to my local Legion or whatever and having a beer with somebody and trying to have an intelligent conversation because the first thing that comes out of their mouth is they hate me or they hate the topic and they're just
personal. It gets personal.
So this is, keep them coming. Just keep it coming.
Oh, here's a good one. This guy, I was stationed on the G-Dub too. So Restless Nomad. Awesome, brother. He was on the same ship I was. He was different years, but that's how it works.
Cool.
So I'm going to like it, and I'll go ahead and go to heart.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for your service. What else we got here? Eighth Amendment rules out gallows. No shortage of needles. Use them dirty if need be.
Wow, I'm having a hard time.
This is the gallows. They're talking about bringing back, you know, for these treasonous traitors.
Look at that one there. Dottie Darlington, thank you so much. You are doing more than you know. Keep your energy high. And folks, you do not have to worry about that. I mean, we are wound tight every day and passionate. And you're going to get passion out of this show. You may not get it from your nightly news, but you're always going to get some passionate people in the studio. Because without it, it's just dull and boring.
Look at that. Oops. I'm not even on there. I'm sitting here looking at us while we're looking.
Subscribe, Gabe. Gabe Dudley, thank you. We love that you seen the word, I just subscribed, or I rang the bell. I got a question. Our smart guillotine.
That is funny.
We call that natural selection or nature.
Well, I wanted to highlight that guy that said, right here, okay, Restless Nomad, I didn't have you on screen. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
My money is on Israel for the missiles. So see, just great feedback, folks.
Use your head, people. Do not be lulled by QAnon. See, here's one. All right, Kuda. I appreciate what you're saying. So I'll read this one. Use your head, people. Do not be lulled by QAnon. If it were real, it would have been shut down long ago. Well, perhaps you're right. Perhaps. It is a ploy, keeping important free press from reporting real breaking news information. So I'm not going to read the rest of it because
haven't even touched
basically what he's saying is don't tune in to the Patriot Hour or the Alex Joneses or anybody. I don't care. Anybody that's because you're going to get your real news from CNN. I mean, he took that literally when the one guy from CNN said, tune into us. We'll let you know what if you want to live your life that way, that's fine. And keep commenting, Kuda. We appreciate it. But I think everybody in this room and our listeners are saying, you know what? We're going to keep this going. We're open-minded. I don't want my news from one person.
Last thing he said, trust no one. You're correct. Trust no one. Do your own research.
That's what we say. Listen to everyone, read everything you can, and trust no one until you can verify it.
Correct.
So live your life as a skeptic, but we're not asking to believe everything we say. Like, again, we have thousands and thousands of people that are commenting, and it's not just what Mike and Nate and I, or even when Ben's on or whatever, or some of our guests, it's not just what we think. I mean, we have like-minded people. So I think, Kuda, the point that you're trying to make is nullified by the fact that we're tired of the same news media. So, but we do appreciate the comment, and we hope you comment again. I hope you didn't just make one comment and disappear. Hopefully you subscribed and can challenge us further. There's Jesus Leads Trump's Army. I love the title, the name, but just subscribe. Great job. Make America great again. Heroes. Randy Robbins.
Yes.
Heroes. Love that one. 12,100 views with 600. And Randy's still comment.
617 likes and 26 dislikes.
Look at that one. Sally
That's pretty
McDowell.
good.
First
That
time.
was on this video here.
I'm 77. What a great thing you're doing. We will win this. Too many cats. Too many cats out of the bag. Just the vibes alone carry through the Netherness. Okay. Amazing how that worked. Good job. Cool, calm, and to the point. Thanks. Bigly. You know what, Sally? Thank you very much. 77, and she's tuning in. I wonder if Sally feels like, hey, the Patriot Hour is, not that I'm saying we're like Walter Cronkite, but maybe it's refreshing,
I didn't join the military to fight the war in Syria. I spelled it wrong. I joined the military, it was spelled wrong, for a free steak dinner. Yahoo. Okay.
Richard, I'm glad you went to the military because being a grammar teacher wasn't going to be your. But thank you.
Easy.
We're just having fun. I didn't mean.
Congrats on your 10K. I've watched the numbers rise. Keep up the good work. All right. Thank you, Caroline.
Congratulations on your 10K. As good as you are, you'll hit 20K in no time. Cynthia,
Hope
By
you're
next
right.
week.
yeah. We never dreamed of 20,000. I mean, I think we did. We played around. It's like, hey, if you ever won the lottery, what would you do with it? We were joking around about 1,000, and that just seems like forever ago.
I'm going back and back, but we're only like 10 hours back. I'm trying to go weeks and weeks, but it just take probably for
There's just a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Lots. Let's go do this real quick. Dang it. Oof.
Somehow maybe we
Trying
can
to make you
come
dizzy.
up with we'll I don't know, it'll be a lot of copy and pasting, but we'll start picking up maybe some of our favorite comments. Maybe we'll start a sheet like I do on my phone. The notes, the Apple iPhone notes. Maybe we should do that, just so.
Here's our number, 10903.
See, it just went up again.
So here's some of our people. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just going to scroll through here.
You're going to kill their eyes. You're going to get a troll that goes, "You're going too fast," because you're
making me
like
dizzy.
Yeah. He didn't tune
Go
in.
to a couple weeks ago instead of 2 days ago
Yeah.
because it takes forever.
It's kind of like War of the Worlds when it came out on radio. If the people forgot to tune in the first couple of minutes, hey, this is just a show, and then they missed that part. Oh my God, the aliens are attacking. If you missed the first couple of minutes, folks, we're just thanking people. You know what I mean? We're we're not live, so they wouldn't have missed unless they're the type.
If you
that
started
scroll.
it and went halfway in.
Yeah. Are they ever going to say anything about QNAT? We are with the next episode. Again, this is just a whole lot of thanking. Poppy Russell, that's a fun name. I like that.
You're going through pages and pages and pages
That's
of
it.
2 days ago.
That's it. I was going to try to get back to the number one. I think it was either like you or, what I'm saying, our first subscribers would have been like Legacy.
Yeah, how arrogant is that? And yeah, Legacy, thank you. I'm doing it under, and it's not because it's because I'm semi-IT not savvy. It just is what my YouTube account is under. It's under one of my company, Legacy Solutions, whatever. So, but I always do the +++ Scott, so hopefully people identify that is me. But how arrogant of the Patriot Hour for the first subscriber to be one of its hosts.
I think
Shame.
on here when we take our little break here and come back, I think one of the things, I know we got other things that we're going to go over, but is this for sure right here. We're going to go over McCain, the drop, this photo, terrorist.
He's a funny man. And, a couple months ago, we didn't think he was going to be around.
The name we don't say, number 3, right here.
Isn't he the jack of clubs?
Look at this.
Listen, there's no fact behind that. I was just speaking out loud.
Here he is again. In this room with this guy. Right here. This guy, terrorist's back is turned. Sit, look at this.
If I was a fly on the wall. Anyway, let's do that. Let's go do some garage talk. I know this was supposed to be short, and thank you, and blah, blah, blah. But apparently we want to get diving into stuff, so I'll let Mike do the closing. So, again, thank you. Thank you. And Mike and Nate, say what you need to say, because I know we're ready to go.
Thanks for letting me be on the show, guys. I appreciate it. It's been fun. Love the fact that everybody's getting into it the way they are, and it's growing as fast as it is. You guys are doing an amazing job.
We are here till we get shut down or something happens to where we can't do it no more. This is it. I mean, this is what we started, and we're going to finish it for you guys for years.
What Cooper and Schneider say, we're not going anywhere.
That's
so
it.
if something happens, start finding out, folks. If you can't hear from me or Mike, or you don't see this show in a week,
Yeah, we'll never
start
go that
asking
long.
questions.
Daily, maybe every other day, updates. But even I think at one point I took 2-day hiatus or something, just doing some research, started getting comments. Where you at, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
So it's awesome. We appreciate it. Guys,
Love it.
This is it. Patriot Hour.
Thank you. Protect
Thank
those
you.
rights. We'll talk to you soon.
all right.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
I found it.